D-Lo 404 Boxing. All right, man. We as fans, and I'm throwing myself in there as a fan of the sport, need to decide if we want to be boxing fans and see the sport of boxing move forward and stand in support of the sport, stand in support of calling things out that we don't necessarily agree with, that we feel like are hindering the sport of boxing from growing to what it needs to be or becoming what it once was. We also need to realize that we can only do so much as fans. But the one thing we can do, and the one thing we have control over, is what we choose to support, what we choose not to support, what we choose to buy, what we choose not to buy, what we choose to subscribe to, what we choose not to subscribe to, what we choose to pay for in terms of going to fights as well, and in terms of merchandise, or in terms of, just overall infusing the economy of boxing with our funds. We have a say in that. We also have a say in what we choose to buy in terms of what we're being sold by these promoters or these fighters in terms of what comes out of their mouth. So with all of that being said, I want to touch on this video I just made or made earlier today, where I talked about, Errol Spence Jr., is it still strap season or not? And in that video, I basically just talked about statements he made and, trying to see it from a different perspective. Not saying I agree with what he's doing, not necessarily saying that he is doing what I think he might be doing or what I state that he could be doing, but just saying that if that is what he's doing, then I can see the angle, not necessarily saying I agree with it. And then if he goes full bore in that direction at that point, then I'll make my mind on what I want to do, in terms of my support. But the thing that I feel like us as boxing fans got to do, we got to get out of these predispositions of wanting to take a position of defense for a fighter regardless, and feeling like we got to, go to bat no matter what. Because, I'm not that guy that's going to attack and slander these fighters. I'm not that guy that's going to sit here and overly criticize them for the sake of just criticizing because I don't want to see them succeed, or because I'm jealous-hearted because I didn't make it to where they are. I'm not that type of guy. So when you got a guy like me speaking on things that I see going on with these fighters, or that I think may be going on, I'm saying that from a place of concern for the sport of boxing. I'm not saying that from a place of hating on anybody, hating on any fighter, or trying to put them down just for the sake of putting them down, or for the sake of trying to get clicks and views and likes, or trying to get people who take an opposing position to other people to come to my channel and help grow my channel. I don't care about all that. But what I do care about is that I have people who come to my channel and consistently support. I have people who come to my channel and support from time to time. And I need all of y'all to know I appreciate the support. Because if I'm not getting the support, then I'm not going to keep just making videos just to say I'm doing it, just to say, well, I'm doing it to try to get better, or I'm doing it just to have something to do, because I got plenty to do. It's actually hard for me to find time to make videos. But when I make a video just basically stating, a position that I think a fighter may be taking and how I could or would feel about it if that goes that direction, but also trying to have a little bit of compassion and empathy for why a fighter could get to that point. Not saying I support it, not saying that's what I want to see, not saying I'm all about these fighters' money over what's in the best benefit of the fans, because I'm not that guy. I don't want to have to get under attack from people who are for and against that fighter. Because at the end of the day, it's all good for the channel that there's traffic and that there's comments in the comment section. But what I don't want this to turn into is a place for people to just come in here get in the comment section and just throw tomatoes, attack one another, attack me because they don't really understand where I'm coming from, or say that I've changed my position on the channel. My channel used to be this, but now it's that, and this, that, and other. Ain't nothing changed about my channel in terms of my stance on how I see boxing, how I see these fighters, what I want for the sport of boxing, and even what I want for these fighters. Because I will say, I do talk about, I don't care about these fighters' money. I'm not in the negotiations. I don't care about who gets what or what they negotiate and all that. The only position I do take when it comes to these fighters' money is that I want the fighters to be taken care of. I want the fighters to lead the sport of boxing not feeling like they got robbed by some promoter or some manager or by some network, and now they're driving a trash truck and they made all this money, but they never saw the money. Now I do care about that. But at the end of the day, that's really for the fighters to care more about than me. If they allow that to happen to them, then that's on them. That's not something I have any control over. You know, if I pay my subscription or if I tune in or whatever, what happens with all the money or whatever at that point, that's out of my hand. I did my part. But, you know, I just felt like I need to put that out there because there seems to be some confusion, some misinformation, misinterpretation, or maybe some people just, you know, are, you know, they're just contrarians to the point that they're going to find fault in whatever you say, and they want to be argumentative for the sake of being argumentative. Now, don't get me wrong, I can argue with the best of them, but I don't like arguing just for the hell of it. You know, I don't like arguing a point when the person I'm arguing with and I are pretty much making the same point. We're just saying it a different way. That's you know, that's kind of counterproductive in my opinion. But, you know, I know this video went a little longer than my usual video, so I'm not sure who's going to be here at the very end to hear what all I had to say. But, you know, I just wanted to put that out there. Somebody's going to listen to it, and I want to know what their take is on it. D-Lo 404 Boxing. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let's do our part and try to help move the sport of boxing forward. I'm out. Peace.